My new car's just turned up. Come and meet the new car.
Congratulations, guys.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Very nice.
It's a nice colour.
Yeah, I think it's not gonna be too difficult to keep clean. So this is the very first drive of our new Kia EV6, and so far so good. I'm liking the seats, sporty seats. We got a green light, so let's go. And the first thing that I am noticing is this thing is quick. It is super responsive. I've had an electric car before. I had the Ionix 5. It is quicker than that. This is the EV6 GT line, which is probably why. And yeah, it's just quite a big car as well, going through slightly smaller lanes here near Watford. I like the steering wheel. It's not perfectly round, which suits. Oh, why is it pinging at me? It's pinging at me because potentially we might have just crept over the speed limit. I know that these electric cars like to tell you all the things that you're doing wrong, so I have to learn how to quieten that down. But we have a B road now, so let's see how she responds here. So we're just in normal driving mode. This is a really rough piece of road and she's handled that nicely. Typically have to negotiate the lumps and bumps, but this is good. That's my keys that you can hear rattling. That was the other problem that I had with the Ionix 5. It had lots of rattles coming from the handles in the back and where the seat belt was plastic and would rattle against the seat. This doesn't seem to have those problems, which is nice. I've just put it into sport mode. Let's send it. Jesus Christ. Yep, 60, that's quick. I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun in this car. Not bad for a shopping cart.
A what?
Shopping cart.
Why is it a shopping cart?
It's a shopping cart because you're going to go shopping in it.
Is that all I do?
No, it's not all you do.
And why is it a she?
It's always a she, isn't it?
Interesting points. We will discuss this later.
Maybe it's because of the way I caress.
Gross.
Big problem that I had with the Ionix 5 was the turning circle. It was utterly ridiculous. So let's go find a road, a tight road, and see how this turns, because this is a pretty big vehicle, longer than the Ionix 5, I believe. I really like the handling, feels very sharp, very accurate, negotiates the speed humps really nicely, no thuds and bangs. Let's see how tight she can turn as we get to a little triangle up here. Let's see if she can make it round. Oh yeah, that's a really tight little triangle. Did that with ease. I like it. First impressions, very nice. So I've had the car about 15-20 minutes. And here are the things that I really like and a couple of things that I don't really like. I really like how easy it was to connect wirelessly to Apple CarPlay, so that's super useful. I really like how my phone is charging even with a safety case on. That's super useful. One thing that took me a minute to figure out was the climate controls. You can't minus it to 0, but you have to press. It does have a power button. Figured it out, didn't take me too long, but that was slightly more tricky. We've got plenty of adjustments on the seat, and we've also got a couple of memory buttons as well. One of the things I don't like is there are no mats on this car. Now, don't blame me, but the government classes this as an expensive vehicle. So to not get any mats in an expensive vehicle, that's pretty rubbish. We'll have to fix that pretty quickly. The stalk here is teasing me that I've got a rear wiper. but I actually don't. And I have to say my experience with the Ionix 5 was a massive problem, because where the spoilers used to sit directly above, there was like a gap in it, so all the dirt would just drip down, and it made it very difficult for visibility. Speaking of visibility, it's not bad. It's not bad out the rear view. It's not the biggest screen, but I think, you know, you have to make some sacrifices for certain aesthetics. I'm sat in the back. I'm not small. I'm 6 foot, 83 or so kilograms. And yeah, I've got plenty of room here. It's actually really nice and comfortable. Lots of room here for my knees. The sitting position's a bit weird. I feel like I'm jacked up, but with my bottom way lower than my knees. Here are the pockets. You have charging ports on the back. The back of this looks quite cool, actually. I quite like what's happening there. Small pockets in the doors here at the back, which no doubt my daughter will just fill up with rubbish. Center console in the back pulls down. There is another hatch that you can put all the long things through. A bit of conduit or trunking for those electricians out there. That will go through. Maybe a couple of golf clubs. We're not going skiing. It's a bit plasticky, bit plastic fantastic, but still a nice to have. Same again, like the quality on this. Get that moving. But yeah, that's a couple of cup holders. Again, I think that a lot of stuff, a lot of the trinkets that my daughter has will find their way in there. One thing I'm disappointed about is I haven't got an electric opener on the boot. That's a real shitter. It looks like the options are available, but I didn't get that option. Pretty decent boot space. Drop the seats down with these. Charging cables, a little bit more storage as well. What we got under here? How dare you insult us with this spelling? Parcel shelf operates quite nicely. It doesn't always work that way, some of these new cars. Under the bonnet, apparently there's some storage here, but nothing to write home about, and I don't know why that says open, because nothing is opening with ease here. A little light, courtesy light. Put your pens and pencils, maybe. That's about it. Lastly, the key. I like the keys. They're white right now. Let's see how long that lasts. And there's a second key as well. This one is an emergency key. There we go. I'm very happy with our new car. I think the ride quality is very good. I think it's fast, and I like fast. I think it's very responsive. The steering seems really tight as well, so I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces, or within the legal limits, of course. And it's a nice ride, nice night. It's comfortable. I like all of the seat adjustments. That's really good. The only thing that's a bit of a drawback is going to be the boot. The electric boot lid has been a game changer for us as a young family. Press a button, move back, get your kid and everything, and a dog. But yeah, not the case. Anyway, didn't know that was the issue on that. I would have thought with the GT line that you would have got that. Didn't mention it's an all-wheel drive as well, so it will launch well, but also hopefully tackle any more snowy conditions that we sometimes get here in the southeast of the UK. Thanks for checking this out. Hopefully it helps someone in a potential purchase or lease. Let me know how you get on with your Kia if you've already got one, and things I should look out for. I should probably open the manual and look at all the other features that it's got. But for now, got to get back to work.